Welcome to Night Watch. We're the Knights, and we watch stuff.
First bit of news, why are we Night's Watch?
It's official now. That's the first bit of news. We're the Night's Watch. We've changed it over. We were Game Nights, now we're Night's Watch, because it's will be easier to find in searches and other things. And it's more appropriate to our content, I think.
Yeah.
And also, I like the double entendres and stuff, where we're basically watching, on guard against bad stuff in the fandom, the fandoms that we're a part of, and the pop culture properties we like and stuff. We're watching it.
We're the watchers on the wall.
Not on the wall, but watchers on the. Oh, what do we want? Watchers on the internet.
Watchers on the couch. I don't know. So and we have a new intro music done by Dragon, who's done some classic music. He did Shadowversity's music as well as Shadowversity's Journey, which is a banger. Here's a link down below. Yeah, so thank you, Dragon.
Thank you. So there's big news there. Then it's official now.
We are Night's Watch. All right. First bit of news. Jedi Padawan Kylo Rittenhouse was cleared of all charges after defending himself from 3 Hutt thugs. Killing 2 thugs and disarming the third. Padawan Kylo was given a completely unfair...
Jedis have a tendency to disarm people.
They do, don't they? Yeah, he did in this case. Just with using his force training, it was incredible.
The precision must have been pretty high.
Yeah. So, Prosecutor Salacious Crumb and Jabba the Hutt, they gave him a completely unfair trial, yet he was still found innocent.
Well, we need Jedis in the world.
Yeah. Did you see the video of this Jedi in action?
It was pretty clear as well. Like, when you saw this Jedi fighting, you knew who was in the wrong and who was in the right. You just had to watch the video.
So basically, there was a riot in Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley, that happens a lot.
Yeah. And people were saying there's this massive, disturbance because apparently Kylo Rittenhouse came from Bocce Station all the way to Mos Eisley, even though the people who he had disarmed and killed with his blaster had come from like twice the distance.
Really?
Yeah. One of them.
I even heard that their blasters were not like legally owned.
No, yes. The one who he disarmed, his blaster was not legally owned. One of the people who was killed, the Hutt gang member, he was released from an Imperial prison that day, right, for atrocities against younglings.
Younglings?
Yes.
That's like Darth Vader level stuff, but maybe not that far. Actually...
Worse.
It depends.
Yeah, so, and what did the other one do? The other one was very violent. He apparently force-choked his ex-partner, or his current partner, actually. Yeah, so, dude, they were not good people. And he was released and set free, and before he left, the judge said, "Hey, kid, here's your blaster back. We need you out front." It's awesome. Yeah, and apparently the Jedi Order is going to give him the rank of Master now.
Oh, well, there we go. So, next, by the way, in Nightly News, we react to the news, pop culture, of course, and we double check our sources. We purposely actually put fake news articles in thing. I don't know what would have been fake so far, but just so you have to double check what we say, right? There's a discussion on what's happening in pop culture.
On the topic of Star Wars still, the fictional universe, Kathleen Kennedy will be at Lucasfilms for 3 more years.
This is still the dark times.
Yep.
Time of the Empire.
Here's the thing, right? What's Jeremy going to do? Because every second week he's like, Kathleen Kennedy's fired. Like, dude.
Well, not only him, Overlord DVD.
Yeah.
But I guess they get more about the rumors of... Because everyone wants it gone so bad. I reckon she's got dirt on people.
No, it's literally sunken cost fallacy.
You reckon?
Again, this is what I'm talking about with the other thing that we're not sure if we're going to talk about, the wokeness points. This is exactly it. Woman in company, massive boost for you. Seriously.
It doesn't matter about their sex though, but anyway.
No, for them it does.
I know, for the, checkbox.
But here's the thing, right? Susan Wojcicki, is that her name? Mm-hmm. So, good old Susan. Kathleen Kennedy, the girl who's the head of 343. I'm sensing a pattern here of, no offense, this is a spicy
They're not
take.
representing the competence.
They're not representing the competence of their gender that well, are they? Because when they get in power and they start piloting the ship sinks.
Now, of course, there are plenty of examples of women doing great work and everything like that, but Kathleen Kennedy is just
Women, okay, here's some women that have done incredible things in terms of leadership positions. I don't know. Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State. Destroyed Libya. Great work, Hillary.
I thought you were going to give examples of them doing successful things.
She successfully destroyed Libya. What else? What else? Did any women work on the Manhattan Project? That'll be something we can be thankful for.
No, we should be, actually. Like, we needed that atomic bomb to end the war.
Yeah, we ended warfare. What did we gain, though? Mutually assured destruction.
It's interesting, just on a side note, there's been far fewer large-scale wars because of the threat that if this warfare broke out, it's mutually assured destruction.
Exactly.
Like, things came really close in the Cold War, but if either side didn't have nukes, there would have been hot, full-on battle engagements much earlier.
I'd prefer that every couple of decades rather than the threat of nuclear destruction at any point in the future.
Look, nuclear destruction is not good.
Because what's better?
But you should acknowledge that there's been less large-scale engagements and loss of life because you have these guns pointed at each other.
Yeah, because at any point they might decide to close the server. I don't want that to happen. I'd prefer we keep fighting rather than, we'll just destroy ourselves. Is that not fair?
Look, it's better that,
better to live and fight another day
than everyone die.
End it. You know what? No one gets to play anymore.
Because it would take that just the first person to press the button.
Exactly.
Is it Kathleen Kennedy? I get her mixed up with Susan Wojcicki because both are
awful.
But so she did such a great job the first time around. I wonder what's going to be made on Star Wars now. Maybe more Rey. Rey's going to come back.
No, I think she said she'd quit. Daisy Ridley said she's not doing it anymore.
Good on her. Good choice.
Too much hate.
Well, that's unfortunate for the hate, but I thought you'd want to quit because it was a bad character.
I think that too. Coincided.
But when they were doing the promotions of the film, she was like, Rey's a great character. When a person asked her...
Yeah, when you have a contract that says if you say anything bad about us, we'll kill you.
Yeah,
when it's your job to market the movie?
Stuff into it. She brought woke stuff into it herself. One of the interviews was like, so there's been some discussion calling Rey a Mary Sue. What do you have to say about that? She's like, it's sexist for men to say that about women. Like, when she's like, why is there no male equivalent of Mary Sue? There is. It's a Gary Stu.
What, you were going to say something about... something about...
Sorry, I interrupted you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well...
I forgot now. I train of thought. We went back onto the woman in power.
I'm commenting on an actress. Oh my goodness. Should I just talk about this? I'll just hold this and say nothing. And then people can just imagine what I'm thinking.
We have had to cut so much from this episode. Oz has just been going crazy.
It's only been 12 minutes.
We love Oz.
So, since we're going to avoid culture war stuff, The Boys Season 3 will be a meditation on toxic masculinity. Shad, do you mind if I pipe in about this one?
Sure, Oz.
No, you guys start.
So, I've already been on record about, I hate the vilification of masculinity. Look, there are aspects that you could call toxic about stereotypical male behavior, yet they never point out the toxic aspects of stereotypical female behavior, and it is there. And the other thing is that I really don't like about this toxic masculinity thing is then they go way too far and vilify healthy aspects of male bonding and male, characteristics, masculinity as being toxic when it isn't. And that's when I really get bent out of shape on it. Men's capacity for violence, all right? We can be quite effective at it because we're bigger and stronger on average. And so that can be a really good thing because when bad stuff happens, you're going to need strong men to stop them. And so having a capacity for violence is amoral. It's not good or bad. It's how you use it. And when you use it for bad, that's obviously bad. But being capable of serious violence and knowing when to use it right to protect the innocent needed is something that should be celebrated and cultivated, because if you have weak men in your society, you're going to have no one to protect you when stuff really hits the fan.
When the barbarians come.
Yeah.
Yeah, from China.
And this is why men should be taught to be strong, and that's not toxic.
That's not happening now. The exact opposite's happening.
I know, and I've been seeing negative results in society as a whole. But you do what you can, and so I promote healthy, masculinity. I think is a very positive thing for a lot of men, and this isn't to say men should all be butch, macho, or anything like that. No, it's about what true positive masculinity is, which is about self-sacrifice and the capacity that you have because you can do things easier because you're a man. And it goes the other way. There are things that women can do easier than men, and they're the best ones to fill that role, and they should be celebrated when they do, as men should be. And so, but no, toxic masculinity bad, and so they're going to be vilifying men all throughout The Boys season 3.
Oh yeah, they've been doing it this whole
Now,
time
I mean,
anyway.
Highlander is an awful character.
Homelander.
When I say awful, he's evil. Okay. In terms of the acting and portrayal,
Actor
he
does
can
a
be
great
very
job.
engaging and stuff.
No, the Kiwi actor who plays Homelander, he does a great job. Like, the show's terrible, but every scene with Homelander, he's great.
So I enjoyed season 1. Season 2 went off the rails in a big way.
Yeah.
And I don't have hopes for season 3. Do we even bother doing like a real deep dive on the next Boys?
No.
Maybe just I don't want to force you to have to watch it.
I don't want to
Nathan.
have to.
I saw the scene. I stopped. I really.
It's really crude and crass.
Yeah.
And it goes too far.
But there's a scene, and I think I've said it before, where like there's a
They just do
supervillain.
stuff for shock value.
I'm about to explain it. Yeah. There's a villain who can literally just make your head explode, right? And there's a scene where that happens in like a room full of people, like one by one. It's like, and it's literally the most horrific, disgusting thing I've ever seen. I'm like, I'm done with this show, because it's just, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm actually not against violence in media. I think it can be used respectfully and convey really important parts in a story, especially the impact on characters and things. And the world is a violent place. And so if you want to be respectful to what, say, World War II was like, I don't think you should cut corners and show this is what it was like, this is what our boys had to deal with. It's really rough. And that's why I kind of respect Saving Private Ryan, because they were one of the first movies that went that far, showing like even intestines being people. It was horrific, but that's what war was like, right? And so I do not consider that bad or immoral, showing such gross violence like that. But there is an immoral aspect, I feel, of horrific, violent, just for the sake of what? Shock value in your face, crap.
Glorifying it.
Yeah, like glorifying violence is horrible.
Band of Brothers is better than Saving Private Ryan.
But there is the comedic aspect of violence that isn't glorifying it, but it's funny. And it's when it's, it's obviously fake. Like, we're talking about Monty Python style violence.
Like slapstick.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know?
Oh,
I think Kill Bill does that. I think it's more slapstick violence.
I don't know. Dude,
it does get pretty graphic, I think.
Dude, like when she cuts that French lady's arm off, that is messed up.
But the whole... There's the whole,
It's
like,
still not.
fountain
It's,
thing.
it's not nice to see this poor lady get her arm chopped off. And she's like screaming. I hate that. I hate that.
But yeah, so I guess we're almost all in agreement that Boys goes way too far with its graphic violence, just for shock value.
And it's just a bad show.
It's gone further than nearly, because it's gone way further than Game of Thrones. And see, Game of Thrones usually use violence more responsibly to convey the brutality of something, or the brutality of a character. Like when you see the Mountain really do something horrific against someone, you're like, holy crap, that guy's awful.
But even then, it's not like over. Like, for example, in The Boys, there's a guy called Black Noir who's like evil Batman, who's a superhero, and like he goes into like a Taliban facility and he's just ripping people apart, right? Like in the most horrific ways, like grab a guy by the face, bend him over his knee, rip his head apart, stuff like that. But like for the Mountain, he'll walk up to a guy and just push his head into a wall. And it's that simple.
Yeah,
you know?
but there are other more graphic moments.
Yeah, I guess there is. But still, like, and there's
like the thing that almost put me off Game of Thrones, apart from the copious amounts of nudity,
that put me onto it. Well, I was in high school. I wasn't a member of the church.
It was what's the guy that Jules is like?
The guy that Jules, Jamie Lannister?
No, it's when he's defending Tyrion, and it's in the.
Oh yeah, the Red Viper. Oberyn Martell.
The head crushing. Like to this day, I still haven't looked. I've always looked away because that's just horrifically graphic.
Yep, but still, The Boys beats that.
You reckon? Because that's
it does.
pretty hard.
I'll show you the head popping scene, man. That is horrific. Anyway.
And The Boys Boys does violence in a very messed up way on top of just graphic violence. Like the time where he's got the crook and is just pushing in his head while a lady is getting him interested. And the more interested he gets, the more he... and then the guy and he crushes the guy. It's like, that's gross.
Yeah.
And really messed up. Like...
And here's the thing, right? The comic book actually had a lot of like really good dialogue and themes. Like this... In the comic book, Homelander, he literally has a god complex. Like a massive god complex. He's not just a sociopath who enjoys violence. He literally has a god complex. Like he treats people like he's just, oh hey, family just want a car. Okay, do you guys want to go for a ride? Yay! He flies them up and they're freaking out. And he's just like, he goes on this thing like, oh, it's all a game. And he just has this massive spiel and he's like, the only man in the sky is me. And then he drops him. And it's like, that hits hard.
And so it seems like they're hijacking the Boys franchise to spread their message, because the message is more important than actually making a good show.
Yep.
And it's toxic masculinity bad, which vilifies a lot of normal, healthy male behavior. And even though you can acknowledge there are aspects of stereotypical toxic behavior that, stereotypically tied to men, but no, nothing stereotypically toxic that comes from women when they have, like, there is really healthy feminine behavior and really toxic feminine behavior as well. But no, how dare anyone mention that? And so I hate the vilification against men, and it messes up young boys. Like, there are legitimately young boys who think they are horrible people just for being men. And that is, can't stand that.
Yep.
Gosh. And they think they're trying to avoid, making men into horrible, like, school shooting people. That's how you make them school shooters, people. Telling them they're awful, terrible people. They're going to believe it at some point and then start acting like it. Gosh.
All right, should we move on to the next thing?
Yep.
Battlefield 2042 is a broken mess.
Is it?
It is.
It is now?
So
It's always been.
Always has been. So basically, have you ever played a Battlefield game?
Are you talking about Battlefield?
Yes.
That Battlefield? The one with the battle in the field? Tell me all about it, Oz.
This is a very popular game series.
Is it?
Have you ever played it?
Wow.
Have you ever played it once?
No, but I should.
No, you actually should, because Battlefield 1 and 4...
Okay, maybe.
So, like, you got to understand, right? You've seen Saving Private
This doesn't work nearly as well.
It works for Halo,
It works for Halo.
You'll have a chance after, okay? This is the next thing.
Great.
But, like, Battlefield, right? It's literally, you jump out of a helicopter with all your mates while there's, bullets flying and rockets flying and buildings literally blowing up.
I can get the appeal. I really enjoyed Counter-Strike for a good while.
No, but this isn't Counter-Strike. This is literally...
Yeah, this is, I know.
This is another level, man.
Yeah. But in terms of competitive first-person shooters, I get it.
Yeah, this isn't competitive. This is just balls-to-the-wall action. And it's nuts, right? But this one, there's no destructive environments at all.
And they had it in previous installments?
They had it for the past 4 games. No, wait. Battlefield 1, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 2, Bad Company 2. Yeah, Bad Company 2. So about 7 games they've had it for.
Really? No, I swear that's stuff just destruction.
Probably 8 or 9. They've had it since 1942, haven't they?
I don't think so. Have they?
They've had it. I think they had it in 1942.
I'm not sure they were making video games in 1942.
Anyway, so about 9 games they've had destructible environments for, right? In this, there's none.
You haven't answered my question.
What?
They weren't making games in
That wasn't a question.
I'm
That's a statement.
Yeah, but
Make,
pretty
put
sure.
it
Do you
in a
agree with
question.
me?
Put it in a question.
Were they making Battlefield games in
No.
1940? Okay.
So for 9 games they've had... I got you then. For 9 games they've had destructive environments. They don't in this. The bullet registration, right? Like, it's got RGN, right? So you're aiming at a guy, and they'll be like over by the door, and you'll empty a clip into them, and your reticle stays right on them, but none of the bullets hit them. It's ridiculous.
You're not
Seriously.
convincing me to play it.
I refunded it.
Oh, really?
People are getting into hovercrafts and driving them up buildings.
So it's pretty bad.
This
People
is
are
very different
flying-
from my experience.
There was one streamer who was flying a jet around buildings, and he decided, hey, what happens if I fly this into a building? It just bounces off. He does it 7 times before it blows up.
Ooh, yeah, those are some launch issues right there.
No.
So
This
have
is
you played it?
design.
Yeah,
And it's good for you?
it was good for me in the squad.
This is by design. No, it still has the like, oh, there's a chopper coming overhead, everyone get down. It still has that. But there's no destructive environments. There's nothing.
Because I swear buildings and stuff you can still destroy, like the smaller stuff. There's still destruction.
Oh, you can destroy a wall, but Battlefield 4 had literally skyscrapers falling down.
Yeah, but that was different evolution. That wasn't just full destruction.
Yeah, they teased Levolution in
And
Twitter.
there is.
There's
well,
not.
there's well,
A rocket-
Okay,
a
it
rocket-
depends.
Hey, let him talk.
It
He's wrecking
depends
you.
what you just describe as Levolution, because Levolution for some people, like what you're saying, is full destruction of environment. While other people say it is triggering or an event happening in a game that changes the level.
Yeah,
So,
but
for example, with the Shang-Chi level, you can...
Hey everyone, Future Nathan here, just to say that I made an oopsie. The Battlefield map isn't Shang-Chi, it's actually a Siege of Shanghai. My bad, my mistake. I'll just point out that, but yeah, I'm sorry.
shoot the supports of the building, and then it will fall, and then
Yeah.
it turns into a whole new level.
Can you get the rings?
That was a good one. No, because this was before.
Oh.
Before. But like in the new
Because it would
one...
be great if you could shoot Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon you'd play it then, you'd love it.
Yeah.
But in the newer ones now, there's tornadoes and like
Yeah, but
That's
nothing
the evolution.
happens other than they pick you up and they fly you around.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Uh.
That's not evolution. Evolution is a building gets leveled.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not evolution, but
What is level? Where does the level in Levolution come from?
it's changing the level from what it was at the start of the game.
Oh, well, I
Changing the
assumed.
endgame.
Sorry, when I saw
Because
Battlefield trailer,
it's like evolution.
Yeah, but it's
and
level- yeah.
And because you're playing in a level that's it's Levolution.
I saw a
I
building
get it.
collapsing and thought, oh, because they're leveling the building.
No.
Anyway, no destructible environments apart from a rocket blows up and does nothing to the environment.
Yeah.
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 But I think Battlefield games are very, very hollow if you don't have a group of friends to play with. If you're not playing in a squad together, it's...
I've played hours.
Oh, that's not fair. Oz is out of luck then.
Oh, you're right.
I've played hours of Battlefield 1 and 4 and 3 alone. Just like hundreds of hours probably, and they're still all fun because people are yelling like, "Hey, sniper, get down! Bullets going overhead, grenades blowing up, people screaming," and it's like it's not like a it's like it's like it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone's definitely crazy, right? It's nuts. But this sucks. It sucks butts.
Okay, Oz. I haven't played it recently, so maybe they...
I refunded it after 15 minutes because it was barely working. I had it on Ultra and it looked worse than Battlefield 4, which is a 7-year-old game. Wait,
yeah, but
7 years? 13? How old is it? Anyway.
Don't get into me with graphics and games right now, because it's
Yeah.
not...
It's plateaued, hasn't it?
Well, the problem is that we don't have the hardware for it.
Yeah.
All the cryptocurrency miners are stealing everything, so everything's super expensive.
Yep. I put out a... What's the word again?
That's like, is that news? Like, really?
Legit.
That's been used for like
that's
3
why
years.
the cards in the new computers are so
Expensive.
but also aren't the best of the best,
Yeah.
because crypto miners are just stealing all the hardware.
Yep.
But they're stealing your graphics cards?
They're not stealing
to mine
and buying
and
them.
calculate.
But I thought that would be main CPU usage.
No.
GPUs are more powerful.
GPUs are better.
With calculating stuff, so...
All right.
Wow, fallouts of the crypto revolution. No graphics card. Like,
Yeah.
So now's your chance.
but
Shad.
is that true? We don't know.
It is true. It is. This has been used for a while. All right.
Because remember, we're...
Go fact check.
Everyone get ready for this. Halo.
No. hang on. Do we have a news article about Halo? Stop, you know. The suspense is killing me. Come on.
Infinite.
Halo Infinite? Is it news?
Multiplayer has been
Hang
released.
on. Could you repeat that? I didn't get it.
There's a sword right. There's 2.
Come on, just let me know it was.
Halo Infinite multiplayer release.
Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, gosh, yes! Halo Infinite Towers! Yeah! Oh, could die happy.
That's how Shad ejaculates.
Can't do that bit.
Test me again.
If I did, that would be epic.
Alright, so yeah, Halo Infinite multiplayer came out. You done? Okay, sweet. And look, I'm angry. I dislike how much fun I have in it. Because I'm supposed to hate it, and I do. I actually do hate it, but I love it because it's a lot of fun. So, sometime soon, I'll be
Does that mean it's
streaming it.
good?
The gameplay's good. Yeah, I have to say it. The gameplay's good. I hate saying
I
it.
appreciate your objectivity.
Yeah. No, because it's actually fun. I'm zipping around and sniping people. I hate it. Thank you, Joe Staten. Okay, yeah, so sometime soon, I'll be streaming it. Solo. If you guys want to watch...
Yeah, well, that's the other news article.
Oh yeah, streaming.
We are doing game streaming here on Night's Watch.
Every Friday.
So we did Conan Exiles last
Yep.
week. And we might be doing Conan Exiles again this week, but we'll be doing other games. We'll mix it up.
And late nights, I'll be doing solo streams on various different games where you can ask me questions. I'll be sharing my opinions about things. I'm not going to be too spicy. I'll make that vow now. I will not be too spicy. I won't swear. I won't make any certain comments about certain things. I'll be just decent, clean,
Why can't you be
fun.
like this during the day?
Because
Why can't you do like
It'll
we're
make my
recording
job
here?
so much easier.
because you guys decide what to cut here. I won't have a chance once live. So I'll be thinking of Shad. What would Shad do? Or what would Shad yell at me for? Don't do that. All right. Streamlabs have been bullied online.
Streamlabs.
Yep. Nathan, this is your
OBS
gig.
Streamlabs, we used them a bit back in the day.
Yeah.
They're like,
They're like XSplit.
yes, like XSplit. And what they did was they used OBS, which is open source, and then they kind of changed it up a bit to make it their own kind of commercial thing where you can buy overlays and stream to multiple platforms, whatever. They got called out online because their website template or the website layout was the same as another streaming software's website, like one to one.
And the one they copied wasn't open source.
No, it was a stream something or other. But also, so they got caught out on that, and then OBS came in and was like, "Hey, Streamlabs, you shouldn't have OBS in your name because that's our name. You're infringing on copyright." And then someone else came in and said other stuff that they were copying, and basically just one morning on Twitter they were just getting kicked by all these other streaming companies saying how
So things are not going well.
they've changed it all now.
Okay.
But yeah, I
maybe
don't.
they can come back from this. We'll see.
You
think they're dead?
They're too focused on money. Like their whole platform is all buying currency to pay for things, and there's other alternatives that are a lot better.
Like.
OBS,
There we go.
which is free, open
Which we
source.
use.
XSplit, which is good for broadcasting. Like,
Yeah, but when Shad records with XSplit, I have to go into Handbrake and change the format. Because
same with OBS though.
in your one, it's peak frame rates, but constant. Otherwise, it gets glitchy.
Yeah, we've had issues.
Yeah.
But that's just part of streaming as well. So
We have issues.
Some people have issues. Not going to name names, me. It's not even me half the time, it's the voices. So, there's a new Pokemon.
yeah,
Pokemon?
Your wife's beating you at the game. At the game.
yeah. So my wife's first Pokemon game was Pokemon Diamond or Pearl, one of the two.
See that? Pokemon.
I thought you were a Pokemon aficionado. Now
No, no, she is though. And so we actually started. No, that's not true. I was going to say the courtship bloomed when I bought her a Switch Lights and we were playing Pokemon together.
You bought her a Switch Lite and you
Yep.
weren't even married?
Yeah. It was. But it was
You
like
simp!
it was like 2 months.
No,
into-
you can't call him that if it works. Got him a wife.
Just because I spent $2,000 on OnlyFans and get the girl doesn't mean that.
No, I think if it gets the girl,
Nah,
solid investment.
nah, I'm sorry.
What was that?
Oz is just having horrible flashbacks because it's never worked for him.
Oh, joke's on you. I've never worked for you.
But no,
Okay.
as remakes go, it's really good.
Is it?
I'm
Oh, it's a
enjoying it.
remake.
Yeah, it's a
Remake
remake
of what?
Diamond and Pearl.
Better graphics?
A lot better because now they're 3D, it's not 2D. There was some.
Isn't it funny that the first Pokemon game that comes out after you guys get married is Diamond?
It's funny, yeah.
Why is
yeah.
it funny? I don't get it.
Well, I could have made a Pearl. Never mind, actually.
I don't get it.
No, because they got married.
Yeah.
Diamond.
Oh,
Diamond,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you have it? Did you buy a diamond ring?
Yeah.
See, that's not simp. That's not simp right there. You buy a girl a diamond. Princesses deserve diamonds.
For marriage.
Yeah, for marriage.
Yeah. Don't just buy him a diamond.
Don't
for
just buy him a
nothing.
diamond. Do you want to treat him too well?
We'll get too
You need to make
comfortable.
sure you're getting a return on this investment.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
waste money.
Anyway, Pokemon's
No,
good.
if a girl is leading you on and
Never.
and just trying to get the free meals and stuff, no.
Unless you buy them presents that benefit you.
Like what?
I don't know, socks. If you're into that sort of, that's a joke.
But no, you
Cosplay
shouldn't
outfits.
because then once the relationship ends,
What, if you want to go to Supernova with them?
let them buy for their own stuff.
Hey, I believe in traditional chivalry. I think the guy should pay for dinner and stuff like that. But it's still an investment. You're looking for someone, hopefully,
still
your
an
intentions.
investment.
You know, it is. You're looking for someone who's hopefully going to marry you. That should be the ultimate goal of dating, right? And so if she's not going to where you like the relationship to go, don't waste money. Especially if she's not into you as you're into her. It's a bad sign. Okay? Because then she can lead you on and everything like that, and suck you like a vampire.
Oh, I hope she does. I say, I say chivalrous in the streets, dragon banner in the sheets.
We disavow us. So, Pokemon.
I just want to talk about Pokemon.
What does Pokemon stand for?
We already talked about this before.
Technically, Pocket Monster.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Pokemon.
Going on.
Pocket Monster.
no, I was going to... Wait, let me figure this out before I say it. No, I can't do it in a way that's not gross.
Good.
Good, okay. It's a good remake. The only thing I don't like is, so in old Pokemon games, when you use Pokemon, the one you used would level up.
Mm-hmm.
But in more recent adaptations, they've had it so that every Pokemon in your party will level up together, which kind of sucks because then after a while they become too powerful too quickly, and there's no fun and no balancing. Pokemon's really unbalanced, and the remake has this as well, and I'm finding it too easy.
Too easy. But isn't the missus beating you? At the game? Sorry.
Well, that's the thing as well. She just to talk about my wife. She's so good at Pokemon. She used to go to Pokemon tournaments down in Melbourne as an 8-year-old and beat grown men at Pokemon.
Good on her. Good on her. That's the stuff.
Her dad was like, "It's a phase."
Isn't it great when you have a wife that's into video games?
Only Pokemon, only the very shelfie.
My
games.
wife, she was playing Conan Exiles with me for a time there.
She was decorating our base,
Yeah,
and she did a great
It
job.
was great. And she loves collecting resources and stuff. And I've played Fallout 4 with her.
See, I'm going to ease her into that.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just making her happy with the games that she likes, and then I get a PC, and then I get her Steam account, and then...
Well, see, my thing is, like, I would be playing him, yeah, sometimes we'll be watching a show or something, and she'd be, she's like, kind of looks interesting, and then she gets, maybe I'd like to have a go.
Yeah.
The girl that I marry is going to love old Halo and hate new Halo. She's going to feel the way that Shad feels when I bring up Halo, but be legitimate about it.
She also
You
doesn't
sounded
exist.
dead when you were saying that. I don't know why.
Because I can see the future it's going to happen.
Okay.
Don't know who she is, but she likes Halo and she's out there.
Alrighty, so, Pokemon.
Pokemon's good.
There we
Pokemon's
go.
good.
Next time.
Next bit of news, there's nothing unless Shad lets me talk about it.
No.
Okay. Well, that's all the news we have for today.
There we go. We have been the Night's Watch on Nightly News, watching the news.
Because we're not the news.
We're not the news.
We're not
No,
the news.
we watch it and we react.
What are we?
We're commentary people.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Anyway.
Is that seriously it?
Yeah.